One of my favorite fighting game franchises of all time, Tekken, is back, with Tekken 7 now available. But is this game the true king of Iron Fist, or does it just end up getting perfected? Tekken 7 is the newest game in the Tekken series since the release of Tekken Tag Tournament 2. Tekken 7 is still a solid fighting engine that has been slowly refined over the years. Longtime fans will feel right at home and enjoy the combat presented in Tekken 7. I've always felt that Tekken 7 could be a little bit intimidating to newcomers. There are plenty of characters that are easy to learn for those who aren't as familiar with the series, but there are some characters that are a bit tougher to use as far as just jumping in, trying to mash buttons. There's a lot more finesse and comboing system that is involved with Tekken to really start to learn it and become good at it. The core mechanics remain largely unchanged, but there is the addition of rage arts. Basically, when you get low on health, you'll go into rage mode, and by one press of a button, you'll be able to potentially unleash a devastating move that could turn the tide of the battle in your favor, or potentially just outright win it. I'm a little bit mixed on these overall, as I feel like they weren't necessarily a huge needed addition, but they will help out newcomers for sure. There's also the added cinematic slowdown effects when characters get low on health to kind of enhance the dramatic feel of matches, which can be a bit off-putting, and I'm sure some won't end up liking it. And while I love the fighting engine here, it's the other elements of Tekken 7 that don't quite shine as brightly. Some of my issues are going to stem from personal preference and a bit nitpicking, like with the roster. While there's plenty of characters to choose from, even the addition of Akuma from the Street Fighter franchise, which I'm not very thrilled about, there's also noticeable characters missing from the roster that have been around for a long time, such as Anon, Lei, and even newer favorites like Marduk and Zafina. Roster aside, there are other features that I think are a bit lacking, such as the customizable options. This is something that is returning, and I do enjoy the fact that we are able to customize our characters, changing color schemes and put them in a variety of outfits, even with some of the items being really ridiculous and unnecessary. However, I feel like there's too many same options for all the characters. Pretty much any normal human character has the same options as far as clothing are concerned, and you have to buy them with each of the characters. Usually have plenty of money. After playing through the game as much as I had, I could buy any of the items that I wanted to. I just wish there was more variety when it came to these items. The big single-player feature is the story mode, and there's some nice cinematics and transitions from going right from a cinematic into the action matches. However, you don't get to play as that many characters throughout the story, as it mostly focuses on Kazuya and Hayachi, which of course is the big part of Tekken lore, which isn't my issue. It was the addition of Akuma into the story mode which I felt was completely unnecessary and took away from the story, as well as there just wasn't that many characters on the whole roster that you actually get to play as during the story mode. It also isn't particularly long, taking about 2.5 hours in order to play through it, watching all the cutscenes. There is a bonus chapter match you get after you complete the first time, and each character has like their own little story bit that you're able to do. Basically, it's a single match fight with a tiny bit of text story beforehand and a very small scene afterwards, but it doesn't suffice for missing the individual character endings in the arcade mode, which also returns in a lackluster fashion, only featuring 5 matches, and with not even having the endings, it's really not worth it to even play through it. However, a bulk of my playtime outside of the story mode was with the treasure battle. Here is where you're leveling up from 10th to 1st Q and then 1st Dan upwards, getting new title ranks with over 100 levels for you to get as far as rankings are concerned if you want to keep playing the game for that long a period of time. Here you pick whatever character you want and unleash match after match after match against random AI opponents of various difficulties and various outfits, and you unlock different treasure boxes which give you the accessories that you can then equip to different characters. A big mode for many will be online, and it's a complete mess at launch on console. It's something that I won't take much away from the game, as this will be fixed as time goes on. It was just disappointing to jump on the game day one and not being able to find matches, constantly having disconnects and dealing with severe lag from time to time. In fact, I played about 11 matches online thus far, and that took 4 hours just to do that. From the technical side of things, Tekken 7 ran smoothly, though I didn't run into major glitching, crashing, or slowdown of any sort. Tekken 7 is available on PC, PS4, and Xbox One for $59.99. It does feature a full trophy list in Platinum on PS4. It's a very easy Platinum as far as fighting games are concerned. Took me roughly 10 hours, but it would have taken far less if it wasn't for the online not working, as you have to play 10 matches online for one of the trophies. Overall, the core mechanics of Tekken 7 is still very much a fun playing fighting game. However, there's just the extreme lack of features, a lackluster story mode, missing characters, accessories being able to be equipped that just aren't that much variety to, as well as no extra modes that were fun like the classic Tekken Bowl or Tekken Force or Tekken Ball even. These kind of things may just be extras and not everyone gets into them, but I would have loved to just have a few of these brought back in some way. It would have extended the overall playtime for those that are more casual Tekken fans like myself. With everything said, I'm going to be giving Tekken 7 a 6 out of 10. But anyway, guys, it's going to wrap up this review. I'd like to thank you for watching, and of course, I hope you enjoy.